Hey Sophia, I'm Emily from Gold Coast Holistic Healing. How are you going today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. So first I just want to tell you a little bit about our business. So we are located at Burleigh Heads and we're a multi-modality clinic. So we have an acupuncturist and a massage therapist.
Yep.
And we're looking for a new naturopath to join our team, as you know. So we've been operating for 5 years and I'm actually the owner of the business. I'm a naturopath as well, so I work in the clinic and I run the business, so it's quite busy, but getting through. So just a bit about myself. I graduated 5 years ago and then opened the business straight away. And I'm very passionate about herbal medicine and treating clients, as I'm sure you are.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I grew up in Papua New Guinea and then I moved to Australia for educational purposes. Through that I spent, after I finished high school, I spent a semester at Griffith and just did like the general business degree. Found that wasn't my passion and then went and saw like a guidance counsellor. They recommended me after having a chat to me about this great degree called naturopathy and to be a naturopath, and then I did some more research into it and then found out that that was my passion, and the thought of learning something that is your passion is amazing, and then transferred that week, and then since then went to Endeavour College and studied naturopathy there. Had a great experience there, and then and now just looking for work and try to get really into the industry, and
Nice, okay. So what motivates you besides being passionate about naturopathy?
I guess what motivates me as well is just to see the changes in people and to see them, go from like being quite ill and sick to, flourishing and having so much vitality and so much, vibrance in them, and just seeing that and just seeing people improve is like really the main goal and focus of, why I love to, practice.
Beautiful. It sounds like you're very passionate about this.
Yeah.
Nice. So you seem like a really bubbly, friendly person. So how would you describe your personality?
Bubbly, I feel. It's very hard for me to not get along with anyone because I feel like there's always, I'm always very friendly, and I understand that, everyone's individual, everyone's different, you just gotta, love them for who they are, and there's always something to learn from people who are in your lives or people you come in contact with, and there's always some kind of knowledge to gain, and some kind of something you learn, from that experience, so
Oh, that's really nice. Nice answer. So what sort of environment do you like working in best?
Probably an environment where everyone is very, it's like a cohesive environment, we're all in it together. Everybody wants to see, people improve and help each other, and that. And communicating with others, I do really like that.
Okay, nice. Why do you want this job?
I would love it because I feel like I could bring something to the table. I'm very passionate about it, and so I'll really give 110% into this position. And it's not only beneficial for me because I'll gain so much knowledge from seeing other practitioners, how they practice, and getting that exposure to different clients and whatever that will bring. But it's just like I feel like I really wanted to like start moving into the industry, find a very beautiful clinic, just like what this company is and what the business is, and I feel like you guys are that, and I'd really love to be a part of it.
Is this your first clinic you'll be working in since graduating?
I've worked at health food stores in the past, and even my past previous jobs, it was always like interacting with people and building relationships and all of that. So I find that translates and helps me with clients as well, because you can build that kind of relationship more.
Okay, nice. So, what are some of your strengths?
Strengths, I feel like my strengths are that I'm a very determined and hard worker. So I'll push myself very hard, and if there's something that I don't know, or if there's something, I'll make sure that I learn it. And I'm one of those people where I love to know everything I don't know, and I love to research. I love to educate myself, and yeah.
And that's why you're a naturopath.
Yeah, exactly. I love finding and solving, the puzzle and finding out the answers. So yeah.
And what would you say your biggest weakness is?
I feel I'm quite an emotional person, so I feel like that could be a weakness as well, because I feel like I would get very emotional with a certain client or something. Obviously you'll be professional and all of that, but I'm quite an empathetic person, and then so I feel like that can sometimes be my weakness as well. So
have you had that before, like in the student clinic, where you had like an emotional case? Did you take on those emotions, or how did you deal with that?
Obviously I'll deal with it in a professional manner, and always look to work towards the best outcome for the patient, and become involving my own emotions will not be beneficial for that situation. But there's always as a naturopath, you get into this because you want to help people, and you want to see the changes and help heal people. But I haven't had any experiences like where it's gotten me into anything, but
Okay, great. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
At the moment, I'm currently studying an acupuncture course as well from the same Endeavour College. So I'd say in 5 years I'd love to have my qualifications for that, and have more knowledge of practicing under my belt, and in the future doing my own kind of business and combining those two, and
nice. It's
Yeah.
very niche thing that you've got going on. That's great. So out of all the other candidates, why should we hire you?
I feel like you should hire me because I'm very I have a good, strong work ethic, and I'm very what's the word? How do you explain this? My words have lost me. I'm very productive in it, and I'll give my everything to it. When I set my mind to something, or I don't like disappointing people as well, so I'll do anything in my that I can to do the best that I can.
Beautiful. Sounds like you're very hardworking, so definitely looking for someone like that. How did you hear about this position?
I found out through one of the advertising sites that you guys had promoted an open position here, and kind of went through that route.
Great.
Sent in an application.
So you said you graduated from Endeavour. Yep. And how did you find your experience?
I really loved it. It's definitely a great environment for education and for growth, and I really loved it. Made a lot of good close friends, and a lot of the lecturers were they had a wealth of knowledge, and it was really great to be able to have the opportunity to learn from them, and so it was a great experience.
So you said you wanted to do acupuncture, or you are studying acupuncture, sorry. So mixing those two together, is there anything you want to specialise in?
I would love to specialize in hormones and in chronic fatigue syndrome, and just things to do with central nervous system and stress, and because that's an anxiety as well, because I feel like that's becoming more prevalent with the way things are going.
Definitely see a lot of that in the world now.
So that's something I would definitely love to look into, as well as thyroid conditions potentially as well, because my mother actually had several health issues as well, and so did my father. It was kind of like one after the other, and that's why I got passionate about natural medicine, because they were constantly on, you know, medications and stuff, and it would just sustain them, and it wouldn't, you know, help heal them. It wasn't targeting the root cause, which is what we try to do in naturopathic medicine. So I'd love to, you know, I'm passionate about that as well, because you know, it's just an area of that I don't really know that much in. So yeah.
Ah, great. Okay. How do you respond working under pressure?
Quite well, actually. Yeah. During high school, I actually was practicing, because it was my dream to be a professional golfer at the time. So we used to have competitions and different drills and things like that where we had to compete against other people, and that pressure I seem to really thrive in. Yeah, so even though like I feel pressure and stuff, I'll always try to get through it and push on and not let it affect me. So yeah.
Okay. Professional golf. That's pretty cool. And what do you like to do in your spare time?
I just love being in nature, to be honest. I love going for a walk on the beach. I love going for a forest hike or something like that. Hanging out with, you know, friends and family and just having a good time, and just
so really embracing
things.
that healing power of nature.
Yeah, exactly. I know, it's like, of course, you know, being a naturopath, you just love nature and all of that stuff, but it does, because it's really rejuvenating, I feel, and I just, it's away from everything, it's very calming, and it's just you're there and you're present. So yeah, I love doing that. And
okay, so just to end, do you have any questions for me?
I wanted to ask what the hour requirements are, like what you guys are looking for this position, how many times a week.
So we're open Monday to Saturday, just lots of different hours, I guess. So we're open 8 till 5 most days, and then Thursday nights as well. So we want you to have a bit of freedom. So pretty much whatever hours you would like to work at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously, like around about 4 days more if you would like. But
yeah, that's perfect. That sounds wonderful.
Great. Well, thank you so much for this. It's been so nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for the chat.
That's okay. And yeah, I'll get in contact with you soon.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.